Okay, talofa lava, vinaka, whakalofa lahi atu, tēnā koutou, and just warm greetings to you. My name's Leilani, and that means heavenly flower, which is why I've got the hibiscus. My ancestors came from the villages of Ba and Benga. Oh, and there's me again, and there's a robot which has post-traumatic stress disorder, and I live with post-traumatic stress disorder as well as a chronic pain condition, which is why I know a bit about disability and why I'm very passionate about disability rights. So, yep, I work with the Human Rights Commission, and human rights are at the most basic level about making sure that everybody is safe and protected, living a good life, and involved in their community and their society. Right, so the Human Rights Commission's role is to work for a fair, safe and just society, to promote and protect and monitor human rights. We report to the Prime Minister on human rights, we run human rights activities and education, and we also inquire into infringements of human rights. We have powers to conduct public inquiries. Some we've done is the accessible public land transport inquiry. We're doing a sign language inquiry. We provide education. We resolve disputes related to unlawful discrimination under the Human Rights Act. So, this is the disability rights team. You didn't know you had a Justice League working for you, but our very own Batman is Paul Gibson, the Disability Rights Commissioner, and we have policy analysts, Victoria and Bruce, disability advisors, Chris and I, and an admin assistant. And the cool thing about most of us is that we actually come from living with disability ourselves. So, inquiries and complaints. The Commission gets about 6,000 new human rights inquiries and complaints a year, and we usually resolve around 1,300 issues of unlawful discrimination. Our biggest area of complaint is usually race relations, and that's followed by disability. So under the Human Rights Act, discrimination is unfair treatment on the basis of all these things: colour, age, disability, ethical belief, sex, sexual orientation, and gender identity. Under the Human Rights Act, there's different places and areas where discrimination is unlawful, and that's if the government is doing it, basically. Any public sector activities in employment, the provision of goods and services, in those kind of public areas, it's not okay for someone to discriminate against you. And unlawful discrimination has to include a ground, like discrimination on the basis of disability, an area, like the public arena, something by government, something in health services, plus disadvantage. You actually have to have been affected by that discrimination, and then that's what an unlawful complaint is. So, how you can make a complaint. Now, you don't need to be making a complaint. You can just ring info line and discuss a complaint. It doesn't need to be in writing. We can arrange face-to-face meetings. We can have sign language interpreters arranged to be there. It's speeding along. And anyway, making a complaint is free and it's confidential. When a complaint is made to the condition, what we offer is a free, impartial and timely dispute resolution service. We provide information to help people resolve the issue themselves. Sometimes there's different options. Likely outcomes out of the kind of mediations that take place. Sometimes there's apologies. Sometimes there's agreements not to keep discriminating. People agree to change their policy. Sometimes people have payments and lots of different things. You can look it up on our website. Okay, the Disability Convention. Who here knows about the United Nations Covenant on the Rights of People with Disabilities? Awesome. Okay, it's worth finding out about. It's really an important document. It's based on the idea that people with disabilities are, people all live with impairments, mental, physical, sensory, but disability is caused by the social barriers, and so that kind of picture where everybody has to try and act like the same person when they're all different is kind of social disability, the social model. So the covenant is based on that, and it supports your right to actually live a full life. So we get all those kind of issues. Gosh, my slides are going too fast now. We get all sorts of issues relating to the convention, sorry. What now? The Human Rights Commission is part of the independent checking process on the Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, alongside the Office of the Ombudsman and the Disability Convention Coalition. Okay, hot off the press. Disabled people's rights and the political process, disabled people's rights and the built environment, and disabled people's rights in the information age. These are 3 new exciting policy documents that Victoria has just whipped out for us. They're about to emerge, so read them, ask us for them, they're great. Okay, and March 2013, you might know about ASB Polyfest. It's the secondary schools competition for cultural performance, and the Human Rights Commission is giving an award for disability inclusive performance. So at the moment I'm encouraging lots of schools to actually include disabled students within their performance groups. Okay, also you can be a human rights advocate in your own community. Next February, I am doing training for people with disabilities to be disability rights advocates. It would be cool to have some of you sign up, so register interest with me. Thank you.